Hi, I'm Cheyenne Dirksen-Schroeder, Assistant Editor of the Hodgksin News. Today we are talking to various candidates running for office here in Kansas who affect many of our readers. First of all, give me your name.
Rob Hodgksin.
Okay, what are you running for?
Kansas Secretary of State.
Okay, why Secretary of State? Tell me about that.
Well, because as somebody that's been active in politics for 20 years from a third party standpoint, I was the state chair for the Libertarian Party of Kansas 7 years. I've been very instrumental and active in trying to get fairness for third parties' independence over the years. So I'm running as Secretary of State to be kind of a, if you will, the referee going forward, so that when you have a Republican-Democrat squabble, it's that they're not wearing one of the referee or not wearing one of the team uniforms.
Sure. And this isn't your first time around the block. You've run before?
Yes, I've run multiple times. This will be the second time for Secretary of State. I've run for the Kansas House twice. Ran against Ray Merrick, former Speaker of their House. I ran for Kansas Senate against Jeff Collier. Once. So yeah, this is not my first election.
Now, the first time you ran for Secretary of State, that was in 2006. And
correct.
A lot has changed. What do you see is different now?
Well, I see that today we've got a lot more people that are willing to look past the Republican-Democrat tags. You've got a lot more people interested in, if you look at the voters' rolls from 2006 to today, unaffiliated is a monster growth. The Libertarian Party has actually grown every year since 2006. So there are people looking for alternatives to just Republican or just Democrat.
Okay. Do you see that as a response to something that isn't working, or
yes.
Shift somewhere positive?
Really, because elections have a three-tier, is a triangle, if you will. One side of the triangle is voter registration. The current Secretary of State has been stalling, trying to keep registration from being easy. And that's bad. People don't want that kind of thing. The second part of that is then once you're registered to vote, showing up and voting. So you got the second leg of actually participating in whether it's a primary or the general election, actually showing up and voting, because they can make a big difference. Like today, every time I've talked to a high school class, and I've talked to a lot of high school classes, government AP type classes, I tell them, your class has the votes. If you all register to vote when you're 18 and all of you show up, you change everything, because you just have the mass number of votes, and it's really important. The third part is the candidate part, and we need multiple candidates from governor all the way down to township. This year we're going to have a great experiment. We're going to have the normal, regular, same old Republican. We're going to have the normal, same old Democrat. But now we're going to have, there's at least 2 independents already filed. We'll have a Libertarian that's going to run, so we're going to have at least 5 candidates. If I talked to the Green Party last fall, they were asking about how to get in if they get their act together. I haven't really seen that, but if they do, they could possibly put a candidate in there. And there's another group called the Party of the Center that's out there getting signatures today. We could have 6, 7 candidates for governor, and that's ideal. It's time to stop having a bad decision or a worse one. It's time to have either or. It's bad to have just a Republican or just a Democrat or just Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
Tell me about why it's so bad to have only 2 decisions. Why is it so important to have multiple?
Because 2 decisions put you in that either or situation. Do I vote for a bad candidate or I vote for a worse candidate? You don't really get what you want. If you go into a grocery store today, and I'm going to use this intentionally, but how many different types of toilet paper are there? And I'm using toilet paper intentionally because everybody thinks politics is a cesspool, and they're not all wrong. You need those choices that you can go in and you can find the candidate that really matters to you, what really makes you tick, what you believe in, and have that candidate working for you versus somebody that's sort of working for you or somebody that's sort of working for you.
Now, if elected as Secretary of State, what aspects would you specifically want to tackle to improve things?
Well, I think one, I'm going to change the voter registration. I'm not going to have the strictness that Chris Kobach's doing today, with those kind of things. I'm not going there. And we're going to use the federal form for voter registration as much as possible, because that's plenty. We want to register as many people as easily as we can because we want them to take part. I will then also work on education for show up and vote. Let's get out the vote and really make it happen. Plus, I want to work on the candidate side. I want more candidates. We're going to have a great experiment this year with the governor's race, but I want to see that all the way to the townships.
Okay, great. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming.
You bet. Well, thanks for having us.
And thank you so much for watching.